106.7 Lights FM.
106.7 Light FM. I am Cubby, along with an emerging artist. I think I've heard that about you. One of the people's emerging artists, Hayes Warner, is here. Good morning. Welcome to Light FM. Yay!
Yeah.
And Sharon Daster's here. We'll get into that in a minute.
Let's go. She's the mic.
Hayes, how do you feel? I mean, you're from New York City. You have a hit that's blowing up. We have so much to talk about.
Thank you. I mean, I was saying this morning, I walked in and I was like, legend. I've listened to this channel my whole life. So
You're very, very kind.
I see your face now, you know?
I know, and I
crazy.
ruined the dream for you, didn't I?
No, you're glowing.
You had Fabio in your head?
No, you're glowing. We're in the iHeartRadio fluorescent lights, 6:40 a.m.
Well, let's get to know you. You're born and raised here in New York City, right?
Yep.
And how did your music bug kick in? Where did it all
Music
start?
bug. Well, you know, it always starts with musical theater, I feel like. You know, I've heard, but I grew up in New York. I was obsessed with musical theater. I saw a musical when I was like 3 years old, and I wanted to do it. You know, the whole acting, singing, dancing.
Right.
And then I started to write my own music. Some heinous songs that I hope never see the light of day.
But it always happens.
On the piano.
It always begins that way, though. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I feel like some people have that natural moment. I know I have some pretty horrible first demos, but I was obsessed with songwriting, and I just tried to meet anyone I could and sing anywhere I could and perform anywhere, and here we are. Now I'm in here.
Was there a certain point you didn't know if you wanted to act or sing? Like, you didn't know which direction to go to?
I always was singing. I mean, songwriting is honestly my first number one favorite thing, and then after that, the singing was 100%. Acting, I dabbled in it. I wouldn't call myself an actress here.
But I could see you on the big screen, actually.
Oh, please.
I'm sure you've
flattering.
heard that.
I can see you on the big screen.
Well, it's a big screen, all right.
Let's go. There's a camera in here.
So tell me about, speaking of singing, you have remade a song that was huge, by no doubt, called Just a Girl.
Yep.
Now, it's really hard to do a remake.
Oh, I was so nervous.
And I'm not a fan usually of remakes.
Me neither.
But it is amazing. I mean, you hit it out of the park, and it's with Kevin Rudolph and B-Man.
Billy B.
Billy B.
So close. Yeah, B-Man also I could call her.
You call him B-Man. Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, what's up, B-Man?
But this song played a part. Like, this is like a big song in your life, right? Even though it came out before you were born.
It did. It came out before I was born. But I always say, like, no doubt just shaped who I wanted to be and what my sound was and who I wanted to be as an artist. And so I was just, like, singing it in the studio one day, and it just was one of my favorite songs. I wouldn't dare to touch it, you know? And the producer I was with kind of said, hey, why don't we try and dabble with that song? And I didn't.
And that would be Ali D?
That one, big shout out out here.
Yeah, big shout out to Ali D, yes, a good friend of ours.
He has big, crazy mind, but he was like, let's try this. And I was like, you know, I don't think I can take this on, but we'll see. And basically, all I wanted to do was just reiterate what she had said. I wasn't trying to, you know, change up the meaning behind this, like, iconic song. And we got another woman on it, Billy B. She's amazing. She's also New York. And she's a rapper. And Kevin Rudolph was like, hey, let me play the guitar. And I was like, please play the guitar.
Right. And Kevin Rudolph, you probably, of course, grew up with Let It Rock and all those other songs.
On my iPod Touch, I was obsessed with that song. Obsessed with Let It Rock, really.
Now, have you heard from Gwen Stefani? Has any feedback come back to you as she heard it?
She was like, turn this off. No, I'm kidding. She was like, this is awful. No, she recently actually reached out and just gave it a lot of love and was like, keep doing you, and you know, she's awesome.
Wow, I mean, that must be kind of like full circle, you know.
Crazy. I was mute. Everyone was like, make a reaction video, and I just kind of like sat there a little in shock, kind of sweating and pale, but it was so cool.
So, are you gonna have an album coming out?
I'm gonna have an EP this summer. Coming out, debut EP, so it's finished and I'm ready to release it, and Just Girl's the first one.
And you're going to be performing in Brooklyn, I believe, on June 5th, part of a little thing going on here. Tell us more about that.
I literally just found out, like 2 days ago, I'm going to be going on a tour across the West Coast and East Coast, and Brooklyn is one of those spots. June 5th, I'm going to be performing in Williamsburg. Yeah, it's on my Instagram and my socials.
And where can people follow you, by the way?
So I am Hayes Warner on all social media. Hayes Warner. So yeah.
Easy to find.
430,000.
Your total social footprint.
My footprint.
According to the Sharon Daster.
A thick footprint.
Did you write this, Sharon?
No.
You did, yes.
Oh, Sharon.
JP, our camera guy, will you give a little love here to Sharon Daster?
Please.
I've known this woman
Look at
since
her.
1990. 1990, we used to work together at KRBE in Houston and Z100 in New York. Now you're doing other big things. I'm sorry, Sharon, I put you on the spot.
Legend.
You can chop this out. Fuck it.
Come on the mic. No.
Well, Hayes, it is so kind of an honor to have you here because I feel
you
like
so
you're exploding in front of our eyes, and one day you'll be so big that you won't do any interviews anymore.
Please, Cubby,
so try to remember us.
Staying on the windows. That means so much coming from you. Like this is just it's crazy to be in here.
Well, we are proud of you. Hayes Warner, everybody, on Light FM.
106.7 Lights FM.